Hey, I want to show you this template. I already made a video for IntelliJ. Now I'm making basically the same video for Visual Studio Code. I think there's a lot more people using Visual Studio Code, especially if you're not a Java programmer or you work with Python. Usually people just go for VS Code for their own reasons. So I wanted to show you what this is, what it can do and what problems it solves. So let's start with the problems. Well, yeah, you can already see here in the left some template graph, right? So I'm already talking way more functionality than out-of-the-box Visual Studio Code or IntelliJ IDEA or PyCharm or yeah, Sublime, whatever other text editors are out there, especially for Azure DevOps templates. So what's the problem or the problems? If you've ever written pipeline templates or just pipelines in general, you know it's super hard to go from one template to another. It's super hard to see the definition of a pipeline. You just have to go to the pipeline itself and see what are the parameters. You have to see which ones are required. You have to check yourself if there are any syntax issues. If you extend something, it's super hard to understand what's happening. If you use a template, it's also super hard to just search in the whole project and check for problems because there's no linting. There's no syntax highlighting for these kind of templates. You just have standard YAML linting, which is truthfully not enough. So that's a problem. So this is where the Azure Templates Navigator comes in. I already made a video for IntelliJ. It's basically the same as that one. I'm doing the cringe thing that YouTubers do. It will be somewhere in that corner. I don't even know how to put a video in the corner, but we'll see how I can link that one up, the IntelliJ one. So let me just quickly go through what this one does. I opened the deploy stage and we can already see I have the dependencies right here. The dotted lines are the upstream. And we can already see, goddamn, what's happening. It's so much information. So we already have the upstream just by opening the file. And we already see so much ongoing. What else? Well, here is the template. I can see the template definition, just what we discussed. I can see which are the required parameters, which are the optional parameters. I can see the type, Boolean string. Let's make a, so project is required. What happens if I delete the project param? Instantly missing required parameter project, which is a string. What happens if instead of string I put a number? Type mismatch, inferred as number. So already, goddamn, yeah, from nothing into this, it's quite a long way. I can go to the template itself, just command and go into the template. Everything here changed as well. I can also go into the parameters and just go to the definition of the parameters themselves. I don't have to each time go here and check what are the variables that I set. I can just hover on top of the variable and it will just see the inferred value over here. What else? So if I delete it, it knows. I can go to definition here, go to definition here. I think you already saw the this part of the screen. The graph is a way for you to understand what's happening at the repo level or workspace level, or however it's called in Visual Studio Code, you can just play around and see which are the most used ones. It reminds me of the brain map in Logseq and Obsidian, basically, or the knowledge graph. You could see it's a knowledge graph for pipelines and templates, right? As I've shown already, yeah, upstream, downstream, you just click, everything changes. It's the same functionality as here, as above. Depends which one you like more. I think this is more like a running through the directories, but I think this one is faster and more structured. This one is if you want to see a more high level view of the repo to see what's going on. And that's it. You can split open, which again, this kind of functionality would just, not possible before. And I think I went so fast, but that's mostly I think it's everything. I've shown everything. Oh no, there's one more thing, just like Steve Jobs, right? Am I Steve Jobs? No. You can see all the problems at repo level, not just per file. So if I close all the files, I still see this. Unknown parameter environment, missing required message, unknown something, type mismatch. Right? I can just click and go where the problem is. I don't have to, I don't have to search manually. I can just go here and you see this changes, everything is like all the information is linked. It's not like you do one thing over here and then the rest doesn't know what you're doing. I don't know how to translate it better, but the context is there between all the screens in the app or in the plugin. I think that's it. I hope you will use it. If you use Azure DevOps pipelines, I'm sure you will understand the value in this. If you have a better version, show me, of course. I'm glad to use that one or steal some of your ideas. But yeah, until the next one. Oh God, just side note. So this is the second video in a day and I'm already transforming into a YouTuber, right? Oh, until next time, subscribe. Anyway, I'm quite having fun making these videos. I might do more. Yeah, so this is the tool. It's pretty nice, I would say. Tested it with quite a lot of templates and it works very good. So thank you for watching.